channel and welcome to a brand new video. So for ages now I've wanted to do an updated what's on my phone because I did one like quite a while ago now. So for a while now I wanted to do an updated one because I feel like I've got quite a few new apps and things, but also I feel like my phone's a little bit messy at the minute, so I wanted to go through and sort of sort out anything that I don't need, any apps I don't need. So I thought it'd be a good time if I'm like doing the video going through what's on my phone, I can kind of like see if I actually need the apps that I have. I'm literally sweating. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. And let's get into the video. So, obviously, got my lock screen. It's me and Taryn, if you don't know. I met Taryn Edgerton. If you haven't seen it, go and watch my vlog from when I went to the Rocketman premiere. So that's obviously me and Taryn. And then my back screen is me and Callum at the beach because this is like one of my favourite pictures ever. I don't know what was making us laugh or what we were talking about, but I love it. Can we all just excuse my nails as well? I don't know how bad they look on camera, but they're a little bit chipped, so let's just not go there. So my phone's a little bit messy at the moment. I have the iPhone 7, by the way, if you didn't know, and it has a little bit of a crack. If you can, I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can see it there. But I am due for an upgrade like this month. But basically, I'm not going to upgrade my phone. I'm going to have Callum's iPhone 8 Plus because he's going to upgrade in September. And then I'm going to have his phone and just get like a SIM only thing so that my phone bill every month's cheaper, because at the moment it is rinsing me dry. On the front here, I have obviously my calendar up the top here. I keep that kind of out because I kind of use that quite a lot. So, oh my god, this is really difficult to hold. I do keep that out quite a lot. What am I talking about? I do use that quite a lot, so I keep that kind of like on its own. And then the same with my clock, where I've got like 50 million alarms. I don't know why I've got that many. And then I have my weather, which, you know, we all use quite often, I suppose. Then I've got my social media folder where I've put all of my social media apps, well not all of them, apart from the ones down the bottom. So I've got my Snapchat. I don't, oh hiya. Use Snapchat all that often. I only really use it to send like Snapchats to like my friends and my family. I don't really upload a lot to my story now because I kind of upload to Instagram. But if you have Snapchat, add me on there. It's that CRB and 4X's. So I do post to it sometimes, and sometimes I post stuff to do with YouTube and new videos and stuff like that. And then I have my WhatsApp, which I'm not going to go into because, you know, WhatsApp's private. And then I have my Instagram. So that's my Instagram there, CBedsX. I do post a lot of stuff on my Instagram to do with my YouTube. So like on my stories and stuff, I'll post polls, updates of any videos and anything, what people, and like ask kind of what people prefer and want me to film. So that's my Instagram. If you want to go and check it out. And then I have obviously my Facebook Messenger. And then I have my finance folder. So I've got my Halifax bank account, which obviously I'm not going to open because that's my bank account. I've got my Aqua credit card app. Got my calculator, you know, normal calculator. Got my Capital One credit card app. I've got my 3 app, which is like shows all your usage and your like plan, whether you can upgrade or anything like that. And then I have my PayPal app, which I do use quite often. I use PayPal for quite a lot because it's quite secure and safe. So I like to pay for, like, if I can pay with PayPal, I will, because it's a lot safer. I've also got my Experian app, which basically just tells you its credit score. I've also got this app called Plum. Now I haven't used this yet. It keeps coming up like as an ad. So the reason I haven't used it yet is because I'm a little bit wary of it because I don't know how good it is or like how trustworthy it is. And also I've seen a few bad reviews on it. Like, it's basically an app where you put money into like a savings. It takes money out for you. It's like a assistant kind of thing, and it's just to help you save money. But apparently I've read some reviews where it takes quite long to get the money. Once you've saved the money, if you want to withdraw it, it takes a long time. So I'm just a bit like wary about using it. Then I've got my YouTube folder, which basically obviously has my YouTube app where I watch my videos and stuff like that. Yeah, these are obviously all my subscriptions. Just trying to think of anyone. If you don't follow this gal, Gemma Louise Miles, I absolutely love her. I'd say my two favourite YouTubers at the moment are Gemma Louise Miles and Ellie Darby. They are just both, honestly, I love them so much. If you watch their videos, they're quite similar videos. They put out quite similar content, so definitely watch them. They both absolutely love Christmas as well, and autumn and like October, that kind of like those kind of months. They literally put out such good content during those winter months, so if you like that, definitely get following them. There's me, little old me. And then I have YouTube Studio, which basically is like, shows me, oh, nearly just blew the candle out. So it shows me how many subscribers I've got. It tells me my watch time in minutes, like people have watched, my subscriber change, views and things like that, and I can reply to comments and stuff on here. So I use that, and it's a bit more real time as well, because when I try to look at my views on, like, say the YouTube app, it will tell me something completely different to what this has. So for example, like if this one said 376, the YouTube app will sometimes tell me like it's got like 350 or something like that. I just find that the YouTube Studio is a lot more accurate. And then I've got my editing folder. Now I've got a lot in here, and a lot of it I don't use. So the first one I have is Fonto. I use this every now and again for thumbnails and stuff. I saved this earlier to send Nicole to cheer up. So basically you can just add text, you can add items, so you can add stuff like this. So sometimes I just use that for thumbnails. I kind of chop and change between, like, I'll show you the other one that I use for thumbnails as well. Pic collage, obviously it's in its name, it just makes pic collages. iMovie is what I use to edit all of my videos on at the moment. Obviously I edit all my videos on my phone at the moment because I don't have a good like laptop to have. Like, I really want Final Cut Pro, but obviously I don't have a MacBook. I'm saving up for a MacBook at the moment, so I haven't got a good editing software on my laptop at the moment. So because my laptop isn't all that great, so at the moment I just edit on iMovie on my phone. Then I've got Square Ready, which basically it makes all your kind of, you know, when you go on someone's Instagram and their pictures are all like, I'll just see if I can show you, like this. So you just do like that, and then, you know, on Instagram they all look really like cute and nice. You just do it like that. And then I've got Live Collage, which is basically just another collage thing. Then I've got Flipper. You can just do that like with like selfies or whatever. Airbrush is another editing app I use for photos. Image Edge is what I use, the app I use to send my photos and videos from my camera to my phone when I need to edit them. Pixar, I don't think I've actually ever used. I don't really use it, I haven't used it before, so I couldn't comment on that one. Now this is the one I predominantly use to make my thumbnails. And you can actually do quite a lot on here as well. You can do intro, you've got Intro Maker on here, Channel Art Maker. So it's really, really good for like in YouTube and stuff like that. And then I've got Intro Maker, which I downloaded a while back to try out making a new intro. I can't remember how I got on with it, to be honest, so I need to kind of test that again. Facetune is another editing app that I don't use. Lightroom, another editing photo app that I don't use. VSCO, I used to use that as a photo editor. I haven't used it in a long time now. Planoly, I kind of use on and off. You basically link your Instagram up to it, and you can basically see what something will look like on your Instagram before you post it. So you can plan kind of I think you can also plan of when it's going to get uploaded as well. So you can kind of post it onto here and see if it looks good with your feed before you upload it to Instagram. This one I downloaded at the same time as Planoly. I'm not really sure what, I think it's just to edit like your stories and make them look a little bit nicer on your Instagram stories. Then I've got an app, a folder that just says productivity. So this has got like my Gmail, my normal mail that you get on your iPhone, but I don't use that now because I use Outlook. my reminders, WordPress, which is a blog writing app, Safari, obviously my notes, and then Outlook, and then I've randomly got the Sleep Cycle app in there for some reason that I don't use. So really the only apps I really use in here are like obviously your mail, notes and internet. I did start like kind of writing my blog on WordPress, but I keep forgetting to update it. So along the bottom I have my phone, obviously, messages and Twitter and Facebook. So I use my Twitter like loads. I'm probably on Twitter and Instagram are probably my main two apps that I'm always on. So if you're not following me, that's my username. Definitely follow me on Twitter because I use Twitter to update a lot on my YouTube videos of like when I'm going to be uploading, and I do polls a lot as well. So like here, I had kind of 2 videos ready to go up Bank Holiday Monday, but I wanted to know which one people would prefer. So this really helped me out because I actually thought people would prefer the drive to work with me, but it's actually come up that the weekly Lidl food shop is getting the most votes. So I do a lot of polls on Twitter and update of if a video is not going up or if a video is going to be early or late or anything like that. So, and also I just write like a load of other rubbish as well. So definitely follow me on Twitter if you have it. And then I just obviously have my Facebook. And then I have my music folder, so I have my Spotify. This playlist is the playlist that me and Nicole have made to get ready and go when we see each other and we go out. This is like our playlist that we kind of just add to. We just keep adding to it so that every time we see each other, we've got like more in the playlist and we just use it. So it's got some like throwbacks and current stuff on there. I've got my car playlist as well, and I've got a running playlist somewhere. So yeah, that's my Spotify. What was I listening to on the way home? What a throwback. Then I've got obviously Apple Music, but I don't use that at all. I use Spotify, I don't use that. I don't use the iTunes store either. Don't use the podcast app. Sometimes use KissCube and the Capital FM app if I'm listening to the radio. Small, I haven't used in ages, but it's basically just like a karaoke app, and you can like sing with other people and sing with celebrities in some of them. And then I've got my photography folder, so I've got like my photos, I've got my camera, the Clips app, which I never use, and I've got this Hugely app. So you know, like when you used to have disposable like film cameras like back in the day, basically this app takes the photo, so let me just try it, and develops it like the kind of old looking photos, so like that and like that. Just trying to find another one. So yeah, it just makes it, just gives it a really like the effect that you used to get from disposable film cameras. So I actually quite like, I love this app, it's really good. I have my random folder. Now there is loads of like random stuff in here. So I've got my Netflix, obviously use that quite a lot, not necessarily so much on my phone, unless I kind of need to. Compass, don't use. Tips, don't use that. Voice memos, obviously my contacts, but don't actually find myself going into my contacts very much now, because usually everyone you phone is on your phone bit anyway, your recent calls. Find Friends, never use that. Find iPhone, obviously, is a really good app. I've never used it though. It's obviously good for if you use your phone. Bitmoji, which is where you create your little Bitmoji thing. Countdown, I haven't used in ages, so I don't even think there's anything even on there. No, there's literally nothing on there because I haven't used it in ages. Health app, I sometimes use that to see how many steps I've done. So like, I haven't done that many today, but yesterday I went for a run, so it showed me that I've walked and ran 9.1k yesterday, and I did 10,843 steps. Settings, obviously your settings, self-explanatory. Files, don't ever use that. Wallet, I use quite a lot. All my Eventbrite tickets go in there. All my Cineworld, me and Callum have Cineworld cards, so when we book on the app, our ticket goes straight into my wallet. If I ever buy a ticket for anything with Eventbrite, that goes straight into my wallet as well. And then obviously you have the measuring app. I don't think I've actually ever used this, but it's actually quite cool because you can just measure stuff on your phone with that tape measure. FaceTime. Can't speak. I downloaded this when I had a really sore throat and I lost my voice and needed to speak to Callum. So basically you just type in and then it says what you're, it just says it out loud. It actually worked really well when I was ill. This is the app for our camera at home. So we have a camera downstairs. When we first got Marvel, when we were going to work, we wanted to kind of see what he was doing. So this is basically just so that's Callum down there. He doesn't know I'm watching him. And there's Marvel down there. QR code is obviously what you use for the QR codes on different things. I don't know why I actually downloaded this. I can't actually remember. I'm actually going to delete that because I don't use it and I hate having apps just sitting there that I don't use. Mr. Spin Slots I'm also going to delete because I downloaded that. It's just a spin slot game. I've never put any money into it. I use free spins. I just basically downloaded it when I got my new job because they were all saying about the free spins, but I've only ever used the free spins on it. I've never put money into it. Wizards Unite is obviously the Harry Potter like Pokemon Go thing. I haven't actually used it since I downloaded it. I played it for a little while and then I forgot about it. Skyview Light is what you use to see what stars are out and what planets are about and what you can kind of see. So you obviously point it up at the window and you can see like the constellations. Is that word? Constellation? Yeah, constellation. Because one night there was like a really bright star and we didn't know what it was, whether it was a space station or something. So we wanted to see what it was. And I also got Flight Radar 24 because I'm such a weirdo and I am so like fascinated by like the planes, like seeing what planes are around and like where they're going and stuff. So basically this just shows you all the planes that are like around and you can click and see what route they're on, where they're going, and when they're arriving, when they took off and everything. I'm just really interested by that stuff. Like I love going to the airport. I get so excited watching planes take off and stuff like that. So I'm just really interested in that. So don't judge me. And then I've got my travel folder. So this has got like my maps in, my Uber app when I'm in London or anywhere else where there's Ubers, my booking.com app, which I use quite a lot. So when I go to London to see Nicole and we go out or something, I'll use booking.com usually to book an apartment or a hotel because a lot of them on there you can book it and pay when you get there. And it's free cancellation till like the day before. So I like that. I like booking.com for that. Google Maps, I tend to use Apple Maps. I don't really use Google Maps, but it helps to just have it there. Eventbrite, as I said, that's where all my tickets go when I purchase something for, like, if they're using the Eventbrite ticketing system. Skyscanner is to find, obviously, cheap flights. Definitely use Skyscanner if you're looking for cheap flights and stuff or cheap hotels and stuff because it is actually really good. Showmasters is the app that I use for London Film and Comic Con. They actually recently just launched that app this year. And I use that for, like, to plan my times and stuff of my photo ops and everything like that. Then I've got the Trainline app, which is the Trainline app to find train times and train tickets. I just used that last weekend to get my train to London. Got the Airbnb app, which I've only recently downloaded because I know that Airbnb is really, really good for finding really cheap deal. I wanted to look on the Airbnb app because we're going to another one of the One Direction nights in October, and we want to find I just wanted to see if there was anywhere cheaper than booking.com on there to stay. So I'm gonna have a see what I can find on there. This is my shopping folder. So I have the eBay app, Depop app. I don't really use Depop that much, but I should because there is actually really good stuff on there. Pinterest I use a lot. I've got so many boards on Pinterest. I literally could spend hours on Pinterest. I've got so many boards that I literally just add stuff to all the time. I love that picture. That's probably one of my favourite pictures. Then I have the App Store. Taste card is basically a card that you can get. And there's different, like, wherever you are, you put in, I think our memberships actually run out. But basically, You put in where you are and it shows you the restaurants that take the taste card around your area, and you can basically get off. You can either get 2 for 1 on your meals, or you can get 50% off your entire bill. Obviously it tells you when you can do it. Sometimes it excludes like Saturdays and things like that, but it is really, really good. I've got the Amazon app. 1-2 is basically a rewards app for 3 customers. My Very Account app, the Apple Store app, Groupon voucher, Weatherspoons app, obviously, you know. I've got my Spock app, Just Eat app. I've got the Twickets app, which is basically, I only found out about this a couple of years ago, like last year I think. You can get tickets for concerts and stuff like that, but they are at face value, so they won't be able to charge like loads for them. Pretty Little Thing app. Yolt is like another money saving app, I think. It's another like kind of to keep track of your money. Uber Eats I have for when I'm in London or anywhere that has Uber Eats. Unfortunately, Uber Eats is not available in my area, which is shit. B&M, that's really good because if you want to see if they have something, you can have a look before you go. And also when you get there, sometimes when you see there's not prices on stuff, I don't know if anyone else has seen that in B&M sometimes, you can scan the barcode and it will tell you the price on the app. Select, which is also, it's a clothes store. They don't actually have that many around, I don't think now, but sometimes there's some really nice stuff in there and it's really cheap. In the Style app, my Shein app, and Wish app, which I'm thinking I'm gonna do a Wish haul very soon because there's a lot of stuff on here that I want at the moment. Wish has got mixed reviews at the moment, so like some people, you get something and it's absolutely amazing, and then you get something and it's not what it was on the photo and stuff like that. So I really want to do a haul with the stuff that I've got saved in my favourites and kind of review and see if they're actually what I thought they were. Then the last folder I've got is just lifestyle. I don't know why it's called that. I think it named it itself. So Swagbucks is just an app that I have. You can basically do surveys and it earns you points, and then you can convert those points into money. It is quite good, but it does take a long time to earn up the points. Like I got enough points recently to get a £10 PayPal. So basically I got a tenner into my PayPal, but it literally used all my points and it took a long time to get there. You just basically watch videos, complete surveys and stuff. I've got the Indeed app and the Read app for like job searching. I obviously don't use now because I'm now in a job, but when I did, I used those quite a lot. I've got my Just Giving page as well. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm running a half marathon in September. And I am raising money for Dementia UK. So this is my Just Giving page. This is my Map My Run app as well as what I use when I go for my runs. It just tells me how many calories and how far I've ran. And also you can actually, it can show you routes as well as where to run. I've got my Cineworld apps. This is obviously where we book all our tickets for the cinema. I've got my Flow app. Girls, this is a godsend, this app. So, I don't want a course on. Basically, it just logs your period and tells you as well. Teaches you a lot of stuff as well that you don't know about your body and what's happening during your cycle. So yeah, it just tells you when your ovulation's happening as well, when your period's coming. Oh, it's also logged my steps today as well, which is nice. Yeah, so it just tells you when you've got a high and a low chance of conceiving, and obviously predicts your periods once you've put in your period and stuff like that. And it gives you a chance to log your kind of mood and everything as well and how you're feeling. I also have this rain sounds app. I love listening to the rain. I love falling asleep to the rain. So I downloaded this and now I go to sleep with it every night. So I usually have it on this one. I usually have it on this constant moderate rain. And you can add wind or a piano or forest. And you can also put a timer on it. So I put a 30-minute timer on, and then it will just go off after 30 minutes and I'm usually asleep by that point. And then I have Map My Walk. Obviously I don't use that much. I think I just used it to get some routes to find. Me and Callum wanted to go for a walk somewhere once and I used it to get a route. So that is pretty much it. that is my phone at the moment. That is my phone at the moment. It's a little bit messy, to be honest, but I could probably delete that actually. I'm going to delete my walk. I'm going to delete Swag Butts because I don't use that anymore. And Indeed and Read, because at the moment I don't need them. I'm in a job now, so probably can delete the Showmasters app as well because Comic-Con's not till next year. Google Maps I like to keep just in case my Apple Maps fails, because you never know. I'm going to delete Countdown because I don't use that enough. And I don't use Bitmoji as well. And all of this can just like, and that can't speak because I can speak now. Yeah, so all of that can just kind of like clogs up your phone and you don't realise. I'm going to delete this Yolt. Yeah, I think I want the rest of the apps, to be honest. I'm going to delete Shmuel because without the subscription it's actually a bit rubbish. And you have to pay for the subscription, so it's actually a bit annoying. I'm going to delete this Plum as well because I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm not that trusting of it, to be honest. So I think that's cleared some of my apps out. That is my phone for 2019. Okay guys, so that is going to conclude today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next video. Thanks guys, bye.